Blessed are we, magical peoples. All right. So we're going to have fun today. We're going to enjoy ourselves. This is going to be a reading. Um, and this is in honor of Elisa Soul Kisses. She's having a sale right now. You can find the link to her sale in the description box. I've created. So find that sale. Really great crystals, really great oils, so many different things that she offers. But I always do a reading in honor of her sale, just because I enjoy helping where I can. So that's what I'm doing. And this is going to be a pick a card reading. So we'll have 3 stacks to choose from. Well, hello, Auntie. So we'll have 3 stacks to choose from. When I get there, we're going to use 2 decks. One is going to be a Zodiac Oracle. Okay. Right? Zodiac Oracle. And the next is going to be the Moonology Oracle card. So hello, Cindy. Yeah, we're going to have fun. We're going to enjoy. We're going to see what comes up. This is going to be, and again, the Zodiac Oracle, both of them really are newer decks, so I haven't really worked with them that much. But we're going to have fun just communicating, sharing in any inspiration that comes our way. So remember, this is our time together. You get to create with me. So anything that pops up for you, anything you want to share, feel free to share. Feel free to express yourself. This is our time together, like I said. Well, hello, Cindy, Citrine, Jennifer, Moon Daisy. What? Good. I'm so glad you got your air conditioner. Shoot, that's too hot. Hello, Kat. Hello, Gail. Good evening. So welcome. And just remember, this reading is in honor as well as sponsored by Elisa of Elisa Soul Kisses. She has a sale right now going on. And if you're there, always tag me if you need help with the metaphysical and spiritual properties of the crystals, how to work with them. I'm always there, helping her with her sale to see, where you may need my assistance. Well, hello, Susan. Hello, Peter. Hello, Gina. So take some time, y'all. Take some time to focus. Take some time to collect your thoughts. Focus on your breathing, focus on your heartbeat, give yourself some time to really just tune in, call in your spirits, your guides, your gods, your allies, your ancestors. Just call in your higher self, whatever it is that you work with, call it in. Be present with yourself, okay? Ooh, it's 8 a.m. Are you in the future? Is it Monday there for you? It's 3:17 p.m. here on the 19th. Time zones are so fun. Well, hello, Valerie. So take some time to tune in, y'all. Take some time, enjoy, right? So let me shuffle, right? Okay. So we're going to focus this reading, right? We're going to focus this reading on what we need to know right now. We'll have 3 stacks. In just a second, I'll ask you to choose a stack, but not right now. I'm activating these cards by shuffling. And when we are ready, we'll do that. But it's, what message do I need to receive right now? What do I need to, be aware of right now? That's what we're going to focus on, okay? So let me shuffle some more. Let me know how y'all are doing. Let me know what's going on in your life experience. Our Sunday here has been interesting, long, hot, not bad, just interesting. A lot of hummingbirds flying around. So Australia, yeah, okay. You just moved. What? Well, yay. That's exciting. 6:17 p.m. Awesome. Ontario. Yes. So I hope everyone is doing well. Okay, so one more shuffle. I think that's good. Okay, yeah. So here we go. 1, 2, or 3, the first number that pops into your head, or the first number you just boom, you know, you see, like you visualize, or you feel like this is the number 1, 2, or 3, go ahead and comment with the first number that pops into your head. Stack 1, stack 2, stack 3. At least not yet, you know, just wait. You never know, right? So 1, 2, or 3. Go ahead and comment or write it down. 1, 2, 3. Again, this is your experience, you know, so if you don't want to comment publicly, you don't have to. You can write it down. You can write it down. You can take notes. Just, it's your experience. So as long as you utilize the energy, utilize the cards, take inspiration from them, and are able to work with them in your own way, that's what matters. So you don't have to comment publicly if you don't want to. So 1, 2, or 3, go ahead and comment or write down. And we'll do this, we'll do this, we'll do this. Okay, so stack 1, stack 2, or stack 3. And we're gonna do 2 cards per stack. Okay. 2 cards per stack. And let's see what comes up. I'm like, it's all over the place, y'all. Okay, here we go. Okay, so 3, 3, 2. Okay, all right. So again, 1, 2, or 3, and let's get into it. So the first stack, okay, this is card 1 of the first stack. Okay, card 1 is the planet, right? Jupiter. The planet Jupiter. So Jupiter is associated with the Roman god Jupiter, ruler of heaven and earth. Thought of as a fair and just protector, Jupiter is often thought of as the planet of luck and expansion, the desire to understand the bigger picture, to prosper, and to experience joy are a big part of Jupiter, a big part of Jupiter's influence. Optimism, faith, and spirituality play roles in these issues. So Jupiter, you know, again, how does that make you feel? What pops up for you? So what do you need to know right now? In regards to the card 1, the aspect of card 1 and what it's providing for us is Jupiter, its expansion, its growth. And so, you know, the thing that we need to be aware of, at least for those who chose stack 1, is, you know, Jupiter is inspiring you to be looking at things from a more, you know, a more joyous perspective, or, you know, very opportunity driven, where you see things like, you see all these, if there's obstacles in your path, just look at them as opportunities for growth. And so with Jupiter here, we realize, like, you know what, we're going to have fun with this. We're going to have fun with this. We're going to enjoy. We are going to grow. We're going to expand. We are going to make the most of our life experience. And so what I really like about Jupiter here, especially initiating this sequence of readings, and for stack 1, we realize that, you know what is coming, we need to ask ourselves, what is coming up for me in regards to where do I need to expand my life? Where do I need to bring growth? Where do I need to invest a little bit more of my time to gain the luxuries and gain the experience that I want to create, right? And so with Jupiter, we are being blessed. We are being given this opportunity for growth. We are being told that we are in a really good environment, or energy-wise, where we can, you know, take action. We can take advantage of what is being presented to us to make the most of our life situation. Does that make sense? And so with Jupiter, it's like, hey, what do you want to experience? What experiences do you want in your life? What's going on where you want to actually expand upon and grow, you know, in, or grow? What do you want to grow? Where do you want to bring success into your life, right? So this is stack 1, card 1, and Jupiter's definitely expressing, hey, where do you want to grow? And what can I do? What can I do to invest into myself and into this growth-oriented energy? Okay, so how does that make you feel? With Jupiter expansion, growth, and spirituality, just really good, like good energy, feeling good. So it's also important for us to be mindful of the fact that we need to, take full advantage and full responsibility of how we feel. Other people do not have power over us. We have power of our own reality. No matter what anyone else says, we are the ones who have power over how we respond and what we put out there. And so it's important that we realize we are in charge of our own happiness. And with Jupiter, we can expand upon that. We can feel really good about our situation, even if other people are trying to tell us like, no, you should feel bad, or this is just dire. You don't have to claim what other people are saying, right? And so let's see what is enhancing Jupiter. So the second aspect of stack one is meditate and contemplate. New moon in Pisces. New moon in Pisces. How does that make you feel? Meditate and contemplate. What does that say to you in regards to like Jupiter expansion, growth? Meditate and contemplate, right? So this card speaks of dreams and romance, of soulmates and poetry. It suggests there's a new start coming your way that's connected to a matter that leaves you feeling somewhere between having your head in the clouds and being in a totally altered state. Ooh la la. So there could be confusion and disappointment if that's what you've had before and that's what you're expecting. However, if you're onto a good thing, then wish hard, because the words of your soul and your heart could help bring about the manifestation of your dreams. If all that sounds a little wet and watery, then that's Pisces for you. This is the last sign of the zodiac, and the new moon in Pisces card can suggest a last-ditch chance to make your dreams come true. Attuned to the moon. So use your feelings to guide your way. Logic won't work right now. So in regards to expansion and what you feel like you want to expand upon, what you want to grow with, again, you are the middle woman, the middle man, right? So you are the mid individual. And so with this, it is expressing that, hey, what is it that you want to grow? What is it that you are trying to and working on expanding? It is from a more feeling oriented nature that you'll have the best opportunities right now. So focus on those emotions, focus on those, that experience, right, of feeling your way through this. And so use your feelings to guide your way. And additional meanings for the new moon in Pisces. Face your fears. They may be holding you back. I like that. The situation is being healed. It's time to surrender to the divine. Chant Om Namo Narayani. Sorry, I'm probably really fucking that up. Oh, shoot. Sorry. Don't mind me. I did not say that word. I just realized I'm doing a reading for Elisa, and I try not to swear when I'm reading on her page. So it's time to surrender to the divine. Chant Om Namo Namo Narayani Narayani. Avoid being deceptive or willingly deceived. Avoid being deceptive or willingly deceived. So there's some interesting energies here if you're noticing, right? So Pisces is a sign of reveries and mysteries, or depths of emotion, idealism, and hopeless romantics. It is a sign of water and the unconscious. Its energy is deep, like watery depths. The new moon in Pisces indicates a time to listen to your feelings and to allow your emotions free reign. Whatever you're feeling as you pull this card is more likely than the truth, unless you've been kidding yourself somehow, and only you know if that's the case or not. So how does that make you feel, and how does that combine with Jupiter? Let's talk a little bit about that. There's some really cool gems here that I think we should take time to address. So again, how does it make you feel? Let's see. I appreciate. Thank you. So it's important that I really feel it is more about connecting with the soul. It is more about connecting with who we are and what we really love. And the only way we're going to be able to do that is to listen to our truth, to listen to our soul, to listen to what is being internally driven. And that requires us to meditate, right? That requires us to contemplate. That requires us to really allow us to discern, like, what do I want for myself? Ask yourself, like, what do I want for myself? What is it that I'm what is it that I'm feeling? What are my emotions saying to me right now? You know what I mean? What are my emotions expressing to me? I need to take time for myself to meditate. I need to take time for myself to really contemplate what is going on in my life, and how I'm expressing myself, and what I'm doing about my situation, and how I really feel about where I am in life. No judgment. We don't need to judge. We simply need to understand where we're going with this, because again, we're growing. With Jupiter, there's expansion. With Jupiter, there's a growth. There's growth-oriented vibration, growth-oriented energy. And so we realize we are stepping into a space for healing. We're stepping into a space in a mindset of growth, right? And, it is important that we realize, like, we're being given an amazing opportunity right now to face our fears, to face what we are really scared of. So, another thing that is really powerful for us is each of us to ask ourselves, what am I scared of right now? I don't have to list all my fears, but what's the first thing, boom, the first thing that comes up in my mind? What am I scared of? What is that one fear, boom, that's like there, What am I scared of? And what, in regards to my emotions, what emotions am I scared of expressing? That's something that can be very important for us to address, because we are growing in life, relationships. So yeah, if I'm scared of a relationship, then what is it about a relationship that I'm scared of? Am I going to lose myself? Maybe that's what I'm scared of. Am I scared of repeating patterns? Oh, maybe that's it. And if that's the case, again, I'm just throwing things out there, but if that's the case, if I'm scared of repeating patterns in relationships, then maybe it's time for me to face those fears. What am I really fearful of? Not just a relationship, right? It's not the relationship, it's the actual things that come with the relationship. And so it's time to look in the mirror, right? Because the best thing we can do for anything in our life is to work on self, and to realize where we're participating in the programs that are being run to create our life, right? And so when we realize, oh, this is me, this is how I participate in the energy that is coming my way. Am I making sense? And so I need to be aware of that. And when I work through that, when I work through my own fears in regards to getting in relationships and maintaining the relationships and being myself in a relationship and really being able to let go and have fun and enjoy relationships, then I know all of those things. When I assess the situation and I look at myself, what's going on there? And then I figure that out, right? I take the time to meditate and contemplate these things, because these are questions we have to ask ourselves. It's not just like simple, here, I'm going to do a reading for you and boom, here's your answer. We have the sort of, we have the obligation to ourselves to show up and to do the work, to discern, how we are expressing ourselves in our own relationships, in our own lives. And we take into consideration the energy that is being expressed via a reading and utilize it to perfect how we create and what we work with, right? Failure. I'm scared of failure. Okay, well then this is a good time to, if that's something that comes up for you, put yourself in your heart space, right? Again, because we're talking about the new moon in Pisces. So place yourself in your heart space, in your feelings, and ask yourself, how do I feel? Like, what is it that I'm scared of in regards to failure? Like, what's the worst thing that could happen if I succeeded? What's the worst thing that could happen if I failed? Like, ask yourself different questions in various ways to really pinpoint what you need to work through and heal through, right? And so I believe, like, what people think of failure is as a negative thing. It's like, it's just an opportunity for growth. Again, if you think about Jupiter here, we're expanding on our belief set. We're expanding on our program. So we don't ever, failure is not something that is absolutely terrible. Failure is a learning, it's a learning experience, and it's a way we can pivot into something better for ourselves. So we can look at something and we can face that failure, and we can take gems from it. We can learn, we can grow with it, and we can take it and make it even better. So that's something to consider, right? Failure comes from the person that lets you down. Let's see. Change, yes. Failure is a limiting belief that others have imposed upon you, probably from childhood. I like that. Yeah, yeah. And so failures, it's not failure. Honestly, is a great opportunity. And I look at a lot of successful like business people. They failed a lot. What people would say are failures. Like they failed a lot before they found their success, before they found their way. And so they learn from each failure. They learned, they grew, they expanded, right? And so that's where this reading for stack one is coming to, right? So with Jupiter, we realize we need to meditate and contemplate with the new moon in Pisces. So we need to understand our emotions, our feelings, our spirituality, our connection to spirit, right? We need to really put that into motion right now, build the relationship with that spiritual force. And we need to process how we really feel in life and what kind of emotions we want to really experience. And so if you're looking at designing your own reality and you want to have more money or whatever it is that you want, then take a look at it from a different perspective. Take a look at it as when you get what you want, when you step into the individual or the situation that is being expressed as your new life, when you get that, instead of focusing on all of the things that you're getting, focus on all of the emotions. Like, how do you feel in that life? How do you feel in that persona, right? Focus on that and then grow. Focus on expanding those emotions in your current space. Does that make sense? So you're tackling your creation from a different perspective instead of the thought process, right? Alone, you're focusing on your emotions. You're focusing on creating from an emotional space, and that's what you're doing. And it makes it more potent for yourself, right? And so meditate and contemplate new moon in Pisces. And there's a lot of energy going on. And I think that a lot of us need to really get back into understanding our feelings, understanding how we connect and grow with our feelings. Because when we understand our emotions, when we understand that we all have feelings, we connect on a different level with people. And so we have more respect and more understanding when we engage with the outside world, when we focus on our internal. So hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully you can take that. So that's stack one. So stack two, card one is the sun. So the sun. So the sun is strongly associated with your birthday, the day you came into being, and represents the need to express your sense of self. Other issues involve variations of this, such as self image, self esteem, individuality, identity, and personal creativity. The sun. Ideas about paternal figures and authority might also be indicated if the sun card appears. So the sun, how does that make you feel? The sun is also very, it has this like fire essence. It is, action oriented, projecting. It gives life, the sun illuminates, right? It helps us to have information. The sun as light is information, wisdom. So it's about you. So for those who chose stack two, realize that what you need to know right now, the thing that you need to know right now is it's very important to focus on what what you mean to yourself, and how you engage with the world around you and the world within you. So this is the sun, right? How does that make you feel when you meditate upon that? When you think of the sun, okay, when you think of solar energy, solar vibration, and when you think of you, what is important to you? What sort of creative juices are flowing within you, right? What is going on, right? What is going on in your life? Not what is going on in other people's lives, right? It's about your life. It's about you. How do you feel? What do you know? What are you engaged in? What are you doing right now for yourself? Right? So the sun, and it's you at the center of your reality. And so I think that's really important. Before we get into what is enhancing the sun here, I think it's really important for us to comprehend that for those who chose stack 2, it is saying, what do you need to know? You need to know that you matter. You need to recognize that you are worthy. You need to recognize that you are a powerful player in the life that you live. Do not allow for anyone to take away your strength, to take away your light. You have information to create. You have the information to design. You have everything you need right now to make the most of your situation, warmth and growth. Absolutely. And so with the sun, it's like, look, it's time. It's kind of time also for self-care. It's also time for a little bit of selfishness, where you need to focus on your own stuff. You need to focus on your own programming. You need to focus and simply invest into your own personal growth. So, personal growth, personal development, anything that is about you gaining in knowledge is really important right now. So what do you need to know? You need to know I cannot swear because I'm doing this for Lisa and I'm respecting their group rules as best as I can. So I cannot swear. And that's fine. That's fine. I just have to, get into that mindset. But you really need to know that, look, you need to place yourself first and ask yourself, like, what does it mean? Okay. What does it mean for you to place yourself first? Okay. What does it mean for you to put yourself first in your life? How does that make you feel? Does it make you feel uncomfortable? Because if it makes you feel uncomfortable, then you have something to go on. You know that, okay, it really makes me uncomfortable to put myself first in my life. I'm so used to putting others first. Well, you know what? Now it's about you. Now it's about what you want. And it is absolutely okay, because the best thing that you can do, the best thing that we can do is to put ourselves first, especially in this situation, in this stack. Stack 2, the sun is expressing your need, the necessity of you putting yourself first in your life, right? Okay, so let's see. Okay, so that was the sun. Let's see what enhances the sun. Bring bring love into the situation. Interesting. So bring love into the situation. New moon in Aquarius. How does that make you feel? What pops up for you? Well, hello, Mand May. So what comes up for you? Bring love into the situation. We have the sun, so we know it's about us, our energy, our life, and bring love into the situation. New moon is like new love, initiating something new, something, initiating. And don't think, and please don't automatically think like new love is like a partner. You don't have to. You don't have to. Pisces, or not Pisces. Pisces is a water sign. Aquarius is an air sign, and so I am not doing readings. This is a pick a card reading for Elisa Soul Kisses. I'm not doing personal readings. If you want a personal reading, you can message me, and I do that as a business, as my profession. So bring love into the situation. New moon in Aquarius. So Aquarius is all about progress and modernity. That's a weird word to say. Modern times, y'all. So this is a time to move forward. The new moon in Aquarius card means no looking back. Change is on its way, and it could come quickly. Whether you get the change you want depends both on whatever you believe you can have. Ooh, okay. I like that. So whether you get the change you want depends both on whether you believe you can have it and how much you're relying on others to bring it to you. Ooh. So this card comes with a suggestion that you may need to do things independently on your own, but be loving, not too pragmatic. Time may be of the essence when this card comes up. Aquarius energy has an electric feel to it. Certainly, there is a sense that you need to let go of the past and move towards your future as soon as possible. Explore the idea that it's not what you know, but whom you know. So again, explore the idea that it's not what you know, but whom you know. So you need to be more detached from the situation. Thinking outside the box will bring the solution. More pragmatism is called for. Improve your karma by doing some charitable work. So, how does that make you feel? How does that make you feel? Let's go to a little bit more information on New Moon in Aquarius. So Aquarius is a sign of invention, modern advances in technology, and humanity, okay? Its energy is a little brittle. It's individual, scientific, even and relatively emotionally detached. Many people think Aquarius is a water sign because the Aquarius symbol is a water bearer, but it's actually an air sign and is far more about intellect than the emotional water signs. As is the card, no matter when you draw it, dropping convention works well with this energy. Dropping convention. Let me get a little drink, you guys. So how does that make you feel? What pops up for you? What's going on here? You know, new moon in Aquarius. What's it saying to you? Especially in regards to us. I'm stuttering so much. I apologize. Oh my God. For me, it's walking away from my abusive ex yesterday, choosing me as my new love. Yes, absolutely. We don't have time for that shit. Right? Sugar. I apologize again. We don't have time for that. We don't. Because you know what? We have time for ourselves. We show up for ourselves. And so with the new moon in Aquarius, we realize, look, I'm thinking a little better. I'm thinking clearly. I realize, look, my sun, my energy is me, my life. What is good for me? And there's nothing wrong with being selfish because you need to take care of yourself. We all do. We need to take care of who we really are. And so with bring love into the situation, the best thing that we can do for ourselves is to love ourselves through our entire life. Love ourselves through, show up through, right? And make the best choices that we can for ourselves and not judge ourselves. We go through things. Cool. I don't like the situation. That's great. So now I'm going to choose something different, right? I'm going to bring love into my situation. Look, I'm in this situation. Yes, I get it. I get that. And you know what? It no longer serves me. I'm going to love myself through this. And I'm going to love myself enough to realize I'm going to, step up and step off. I'm going to go. I'm going to, change this stuff. I'm going to change it. So, and yeah, someone said dog, like could be a dog. Yeah, it doesn't have to be self-love. It could be, love of a furry friend or even like a scaly friend if you're into that, like, snakes and stuff. Yeah. So I really like this because it's reminding us that it is very important for us to do things differently, especially if we want change in our lives. If we keep attempting to do the same thing over and over and over and expect different results, that's just, that's a little silly. It's a little silly because that's what we've always done, right? And we're not getting anywhere closer to our goals. And so we need to do things differently. If it is okay if we want to achieve the same thing, but it is how we execute our plan that matters the most right now. And so we need to change how we engage in our internal world, in our external world. We need to change what we invest in so we can create, right? We need to change what we invest in so we can create a different result. It can still lead us to where we want our end goal or end result to be, but it's the path that is shifting to help us get there. Does that make sense? And so with stack 2, I really like it. I like it because it's saying like, look, you need to focus on yourself because you matter. You matter. You need to put yourself first. You are worthy. And how does that make you feel? Like, look in the mirror and tell yourself, like, I am worthy. I am worthy of my best life. I am worthy of love. I am worthy of enjoying every single experience that I have. And it is okay. It is okay that I go through challenges. It is okay that I, process things differently. It is okay that, you know what? Whoa, I made a little mistake. That's fun, Whoops. but it is okay. These are experiences, these are adventures, and so know that you are worthy of all of this. And just because you falter, just because you fall somewhere, or you don't get, you make a little mistake, or you accidentally swear when you're not supposed to, it is okay. It's fine. Growth spurts, learning curves, and with the new moon in Aquarius, look, love yourself in different ways. Learn to bring love into your life. So what is it that you want to initiate into your life? Again, think about what you want to do for yourself. Okay, what do you want to do for yourself? Like, how do you want to feel in life? What can you do now to get there, right? Not what have you been doing. What can you do? What new things? What can you implement that is new and not necessarily the norm for you? What can you do to implement something new to help you get to where you want to be, right? And start doing that. Initiate something new that is creative, intellectually stimulating, and fun, and something that you love. Right? So do something from a different perspective for yourself. Does that make sense? So I really like stack 2, because stack 2 is telling you it's all about you. And that's okay. That's where you need to focus your time right now. What you need to know is to focus your time on investing into you and doing what you enjoy, and being creative, but also doing something in a very uncomfortable space, not something that you're used to. Do it differently so you can get like better results. All right. So let's look at the next card, the next stack. So stack 3 is Mercury. Stack 3, Mercury. And we know Mercury was just in retrograde. It went direct, so it's no longer in retrograde. That's wonderful. Mercury is fun and adventurous and tricky. Absolutely. So Mercury is associated with the Roman god, Mercury, the messenger of the gods and the intermediary between humans and the gods. Mercury is all about the mind, specifically intelligence and communication. Also travel, y'all. Travel. The desire to share your ideas and be heard, as well as the yearning for further education, formal or informal, is also under Mercury's governance. Mercury. So what do I need to know about Mercury? So what do I need to know right now? How does that make you feel? What comes up for you? Mercury. Say it with me. Mercury. Messages, right? Let me get a drink. That's a lot of air. That's a lot of communication. I like that. So Mercury, we realize that for stack 3, what we need to know is about our ability to communicate. So we need to learn a little, we might need to perfect the way we execute our communication. I'm drinking coffee, nothing exciting. We need to be mindful of how we express ourselves, the words that we utilize in our reality, in our world. And so I think that's another important thing in regards to Mercury is, you know what? Our words create, our words design our reality. Our words have a huge impact on the people in our lives. And so when we utilize our words, when we are communicating, like just right now, like we're doing right now, when we're communicating, the words we pick and choose, they have a huge influence. I can say some things that could be really harsh. I could say some things that are really uplifting. I choose to say things that are uplifting, right? In the right circumstances, I will utilize harshness, but we have to be very mindful of the words we use in all settings. And it's not just like how we talk to others, but it's also how we talk to ourselves, right? It is about that. Absolutely. And another thing, I like the fact that this brought up education, informal and formal. So it is about, again, what do you want for yourself? what do you want to experience? So do you need to educate yourself? Is that something that you desire? Do you want to grow? Do you want to learn something new? Because if that's the case, then what Mercury is expressing is that now is the time to start considering that. Yeah. Also, it's like if there's something coming up that you're like kind of hearing, it's the back of your mind, where like, I really want to do this, I really want to learn this, or I really want to invest in this, and you're like, I don't know, and you're telling yourself like, I'm not really that smart, so I can't do this, right? Then it's time to quit that. It's time to stop saying that you're not that smart. We can learn to be smarter. We can educate. That's what schooling is for. That is what shoot, I'm having like troubles talking today, and I'm still talking, so I'm learning. I'm trying to do the best, but we can learn. And so don't tell yourself that you're not good enough. Don't tell yourself that you're not, the right size. Don't tell yourself you're not the right age, blah, 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 blah. Speak your life the way you desire for it to go, the way you desire to experience it. So you can learn. And if that's something you want, that's something you're going to make the time for. I was talking about how I felt unheard at work the other day with my ideas. Yeah, that's definitely a Mercury thing too. Yeah. And it's important to figure out, right, how to best communicate those things. Like, how do I effectively communicate at work? How do I make it known, that, hey, I have a voice and I need you to hear me, right? How do I do that, but also do so in a way that is healthy for the situation, right? So that's a little bit about Mercury. Let's see what enhances Mercury and what we need to know today. And the South Node, don't let your past hold you back. Don't let your past hold you back. Self-talk manifests your future actions. Yes, I like that. Okay. The South Node, like the North Node, is a karmic point, but it's opposite to the North Node and relates to the past, perhaps even to past lives. Whatever you're going through and whatever you're asking about, there's a chance that age-old programming and conditioning is stopping you from achieving all that you might. Do you feel stuck in something? This card will often come up as a sign that the situation or relationship you're asking about has somehow become suffocating, even toxic. It suggests that someone, you even, needs to be released, that there's some kind of addiction going on or an unhealthy attachment that needs to be sorted out. One thing is for sure, when you get this card, you're being challenged to make some changes, even if staying where you are feels easier and safer. Attune to the moon. So I release the past. This is interesting because it's like I release the past. Mercury is about communication. We realize, you know what? We need to chant. We need to pray. We need to speak into existence what we desire, what we need. I release the past, right? A relationship is karmic and has played out across many lifetimes. Your attraction to someone may be verging on the obsessive. Just because you can do something doesn't mean you should. So the South Node is where the moon crosses the ecliptic going south. On the horoscope chart, it shows us what we are likely to become obsessed with, but which will probably do us little or no good. The South Node is the karmic astrological point that reminds us of the well-known phrase, if you always do what you always, oh my gosh, we just talked about this. If you always do what you've always done, you'll always get what you've always got. That's a tongue twister. Not necessarily. So don't let your past hold you back. Mercury, communication, right? What's going on with that? How does that make you feel? What comes up for you? Well, hello, Gray Wolf. Good to see you. So I like this. I like what it's expressing because it's reminding us, look, we are in charge of how we perceive, how we take action. So what do you need to know based on stack 3? Stack 3, you need to know that communication is very important. So Perfect the way you communicate to yourself. Perfect. Well, hello, Robin. I am so happy to see you. Perfect how you communicate to yourself, how you write. And for those of you, sorry, for those of you who are like in customer service, or you're writing emails for jobs or whatever, now would be a really good time to maybe perfect or find polish is what I'm trying to say. Polish your emails or your work. Okay, that's something that's important to consider as well. And don't let your past hold you back, right? Don't let your past hold you back. So what does that say to you? You know what? Your past is your past. So what you may have wanted in your past, what you may have done in your past, it does not matter, right? It doesn't matter. What matters is your current moment. So what anyone has said to you, even if it's something that someone has expressed to you, has said to you, like, you can't do this, you suck, or you're not good enough to fill this role, or you don't look the part. Like, if people treat you that way, and people do that all the time, right? Don't let their information, don't let their judgments or their opinions dictate how you create your life now. So what is going on in stack 3 is that you are being given an opportunity to grow and to break free from the programming that is placed upon you by other people. So what other people have said to you doesn't matter. What you believe about yourself, what you create for yourself, is what matters. And so this is the time to release the past. Let it go. Even the past you. Because y'all, if you have been with me for a long time, then you'll know I have always been very truthful, like honest, but I've not always executed my honesty with tact. I have been brutal. I've been harsh. I've been, all of the wonderful things, and I've learned how to really express myself better as I work through that stuff. And so I'm not going to let the past self, ruin what I really want now. And so I take all of that as information and as data. I look at all of that and I enjoy it. I love it because that helped me be more of me. And I have a better way to talk to myself and talk to other people. And so with Mercury, it's like, look, I'm learning how to better communicate, and I'm learning again, education, both formally and informally. I am doing all of that, and I'm not letting the past hold me back. Right? And I'm learning to be more confident in my skin, in my body, in my spirit. I'm learning to be all of that. And this is what is being expressed for those who chose stack 3. This is a learning process. We get to do this. We get to do this together, and we get to have fun with it. And so, it's important. It's important to really do like a cleansing, a banishing, a releasing, right? Let go of our past, right? Who we were in the past. Like, if we were mean girls, mean guys, whatever, if we were mean girls in the past, that doesn't mean that we currently are. That doesn't mean we have to take that with us. It doesn't, okay? Understand that. Your past does not define you. Your current space, what you want for yourself, your actions now, you are defining yourself every moment of every day. Your choice to respond, your choice to communicate, your choice for self-talk, negative or uplifting, whatever it is your choice, and you get to define yourself by all of these things that you decide. You decide. Nobody else decides for you. So I like that. I really do. And let's just do a little recap, okay? So if you have any questions, feel free. Like, if something I said didn't make that much sense, let me know. But I think it was fairly clear. So what you need to know right now, stack 1, you need to know that with Jupiter and the new moon in Pisces, that you know what? It's time to focus on your relationship with yourself in regards to spirituality, in regards to your emotions. It's time to grow emotionally, you know? So let yourself tap into your emotions, let yourself cry, let yourself tap into your heart space, okay? It's time. What you need to know right now, stack one, it's time to grow. So where can you bring that growth? Where do you want to apply that? You know, where do you want to grow in your life? It's time to utilize your emotions to help you expand upon that. Okay? So there's that. Like that. Hello. Stack two. Stack two, what do you need to know now? You have the sun and the new moon in Aquarius and bring love into the situation. So, stack two, you realize you need to know right now that it is important that you place yourself first. You place yourself first. I want you to say it. I am placing myself first right now. Claim that, okay? You deserve that. Absolutely, you deserve that. And so with the sun and new moon in Aquarius, you realize I have to do things differently. Even let's say I want a healthy body. So I realize like I need to change the way I eat. I need to change the way I exercise. Well, I've been eating a certain way, trying it. That's not working. Let's do something different. It's time to be inventive and creative. So put yourself first and do something to achieve what you want, but in a different way. Do something creative. Do something that's cool and exciting and adventurous and fun. Okay. So put yourself first. I'll keep saying it because that's important because you are worthy of having the best life that you can create for yourself. And you can create a really great life, a really fun adventure at whatever age. It doesn't matter. You have the ability to do this. And so that's why it's so important that you take care of yourself. Okay. And it's about you. How are you going to engage in your world? Right. So that's what you need to know. What you need to know, stack three, Mercury and South Node. Don't let your past hold you back. So, stack three, we realize like what you really need to know is that who you were does not define you. And it's important that you allow yourself to forgive yourself for your past. Everyone has a past. Everyone has ways that they were great and they were not so great. Life experience, life adventures. So with Mercury and South Node, we realize what you need to know is that you must learn to communicate differently about yourself to yourself. And when other people communicate about you, like, you know how people are like, oh, remember when you did this? Oh my gosh, you're so rebellious or whatever. I don't know. You're so like, whatever they're saying. You're such a mean girl. It's like, you have the right to say, look, I am not, don't claim that in my life. That's not who I am. I was at one point in my life. That was a part of my past. That is not my future. That is not my present. So I've learned from that. Right? So that's not who I am. Don't let your old school friends or whatever tell you who you are now. They don't know that unless they're growing with you. So that's kind of important. And then also educate. What you need to know now as well, stack three, is that it might be time for you to get some education, some training, whether it be like through books, informal, or through like formal actual training, like schooling. Sorry, I like have an eyelash or something. That's important. So, and for people who are like in like customer service or something to do with like networking, I keep seeing that it might be really good for you to like enhance your knowledge of whatever it is that you do, whether it's like take a workshop or a course that can like, will look good on the resume or on when you ask for a raise or whatever. That might be something worth looking into. Okay. So yeah, that's what you need to know. Stack three, communicate, Mercury, and then don't let your past hold you back. You are not your past. Okay. You can learn. We are what we create, and we are what we learn from. We're learning and we're growing. And so as we take action, that's what we're creating. So that's what we are, but we're not the stuff that we're not those old selves. You know, that doesn't have to be us. So yeah, if you have any questions, let me know about the reading. I really appreciate your time. This is in honor of Elisa Soul Kisses. She has a, let me see if I can post it. Sometimes it lets me, sometimes it doesn't, but she has a crystal sale, you guys, that's going on. And I always do this in honor of her sale. She has some really cool stuff. I think it posted, I don't know. But she has a crystal sale going on. She has crystals, oils, and she has a lot of different trinkets. Really cute and really good. And I'm there. I help her out throughout her sale, try telling you or sharing with you how different ways to work with crystals, how to utilize them to get the best, you know, results and stuff like that. So I like to do a reading in honor of her sale and just share with you guys just some information. So again, I really do thank you. I appreciate you all so very much. Thank you so much for sharing your time and space with me. It means the world to me. I love doing what I do. Yeah, so this is what you need to know. And if you have anything that you want to talk about, you're always more than welcome to message me. Let me know. Until next time, you guys, I will talk to you very soon. Or not. Blessed be.